I will present when you want. Okay, we'll do a 10 minutes presentation, and then after Clément will present the what's pure will change in your life. So this is the work that Damien Cassou is doing, and he will be here tomorrow, so you can discuss with him in case you are interested. So this is Pilar. So if we look at, the funny thing is that people always complain that there is not enough docs, and then when they develop something, usually they don't write docs. Because, of course, that's obvious, So think about yourself. Huh? The only guy that is writing docs here is Sven. And me a bit, but seriously, you will help me a lot if you would write docs, even bad one, It's better a bad docs than no docs. So the idea is that we want you to write more docs, and of course, we want PDF because I hate to read documents that are using fucking bad fonts. HTML because you want the robots, you want Google things, and some people maybe want EPUB, so how do we do that? So if we check the solution that we had in the past I was using LaTeX, and people don't like it. And also the LaTeX to HTML is terrible. If you look at Markdown, because normally everybody should use Markdown, we are in the world of dogma, so we have no choice. So it's incomplete, it's foreign, so this means that I don't want to go and hack in Haskell, whatever things to extend it, and they are incompatible versions between themselves. So I said, wow, we have peer CMS, so the versioning was ad hoc, you were forced to use the text editor, but we wrote the C-side book with that, guys. We wrote the complete C-side book with this format, and most of you bought the book and could read it on the web and on PDF. So there is a need. Woohoo! So what we did is that we extracted, we said, okay, let's extract a component model from the document with a parser and everything that goes together from peer that we call Pilar. And in fact, we push it back into peer, so this means that if we use peer right now, you use Pilar. And we have a visitor that can generate HTML, LaTeX, text, Markdown. If one of you want to do EPUB, you can. In the future, what we will do is that we will slightly modify Pilar so that we can have two columns and put two figures side by side, and we will use it to do all the slides. I will redo all my small talk PharoDAYS slides using Pilar so that we can emit any kind of sheet, Beamer, JavaScript, things that turn on your browsers and things like that. Like that, we will have a platform-independent lecture system for PharoDAYS. So normally this is the way you can write your first Pilar doc. You go there, you download the skeleton, you can create my document, CD my document, you type something like !hello world, Control D, and you type Pilar, export, blah, 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 and then you get a HTML version of your document. So you see, you should be able to do it, I guess. And by the way, the PDF will be online, so normally you go there, and there is everything. So you know that generate these kinds of things. So the syntax, in a nutshell, you have that for the section, that for itemize, hash for enumerate, code in the text like that, code, block of code like that, references, pictures. Now, what do we do with that? Books. So we are turning all our books into this format, like that we can do everything we want with that. By the way, the MOOC that I mentioned is that we will write it also in Pillar, because when people do MOOCs, what they do click and play into a foreign system. So this means that they write in Word, after they copy-paste into a MOOC system, and then after all the data is lost. What we want to write all the data into a format that we can manipulate objects and generate stuff for the system. So we will do that. Marina, this is the website of PharoDAYS made with Marina, which is a minimal CMS system that use the same document model that use Pillar as document model. We have Pillar Hub that the people from Pharo Cloud that are using that. And here those are the example of books. And what we are thinking is that would be nice to use Pillar for the class comment, because after we could use very nice fonts and things like that. So, or doc strings. And you can help, so you can read books, you can read the chapter, give feedback. EPUB exporter could be fun to do. So it's a bit more difficult because EPUB is a strange format. And that's it. So this is about Pillar. And we will continue to do that because it's an effort to migrate to. What we will do is that we want to do also a LaTeX mathematical formula system, so that when we have a special tag for LaTeX, that it produces the right LaTeX, but if you are in HTML, it produces just the mathematical formula as a PNG that we can embed into the HTML. But again, this is some work. Yes, Igor.
How about integrating with PharoDAYS system?
Yeah, that would be good. I know that Doru wanted that we can edit Pillar in. I can. So we can. So we can edit Pillar and see the rendering inside the GT inspector. I'm just waiting a bit for jumping.
It's not that big as usual seaside related project. Is it not that big as usual seaside related project? It's like 20 packages,
no.
Compatibility and...
No, it's simple. And you know there is a visitor, so this is for the teacher, for example. You can also use Pillar to explain a visitor and to propose some topic to say, yeah, we want to extend this functionality. So that's why I want to have the slide, because Luke told me, yes, so why don't we use the same, and then like that we can emit all kinds of different backends, and it will give us some visibility. So, Clément?
Yeah, Steph.
Yes?
Maybe it's too obvious to mention, but the thing is that the whole document model is a small talk model, and you can do anything you want, and that's very powerful, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Just wanted to add
yeah,
it,
yeah.
And that's also what makes the inspector possible, and why you can change it in the image. And
yeah, okay. I forgot to say that. It was so obvious to me that we parse the syntax and we get real objects. A composite and a structural object model and things like that. So this means that after we can do whatever we want. This is not dead text anymore. This is plain object.
And we define and control the format.
Exactly.
And the problem indeed with Markdown is that it's very hard to parse and that it's ambiguous and different kinds of implementations. So.
Yep, exactly.
But it's the only one that works with the text view, because Pillar doesn't look nice if you have a class comment.
Yeah.
It's not rendered. And Markdown is the only format that really you can read nicely.
Come on, you can read it too.
But that's a kind of appreciation, huh?
I can read kanji if I take the
No.
time.
No, come on. The difference between Markdown and Pillar. And you know Pillar, what is it? This is the first wiki syntax of the wiki, the first wiki that this guy invented. So why it would be bad and why suddenly Markdown will be good?
To me it looks like some kind of subset of Markdown.
No,
no, that's the point, Steph. Because if you never read the wiki markup. You read the render stuff. Huh?
You edit it. But you know why there is not a guy that says, oh, you know, I load this package, and when I have this package, suddenly, boom, the class commands are nicely using different fonts. It's able, you can do it in Number. So why can't we do it in Pharo? But I will not maintain a Markdown parser, period. If you want to maintain a Markdown parser, this is your problem. And I will not edit text in Markdown.
Yeah, but in Amber we have showed on the GS text.
No, but that should not be that difficult. No, but we have a visitor. That should not be difficult to have a visitor that render the text. It's just that we didn't do it.
I used Vidar to write a book for my clients for all the operating instructions. Now there are some things like you have figure jumping and not staying where you want.
It's LaTeX.
Yeah. So you cannot control it?
No.
But that's a pain.
That's the LaTeX.
To find a pain.
Yeah, we can pass. We can pass option. We can pass option, but
You explain something and then your figure goes, 5 slides later.
yeah, this is our life.